My question is to you all. This is Russell D'Silva from PTI. While I understand what you all are trying to highlight in the movie, and you all have previously also stressed that this film, this story, is against terrorism and the terror network, and it doesn't target any single community. But having seen the film, I must bring light to certain points, like in Kerala, when we see this movie, there is not a single redeeming person from the Muslim community shown in the movie. Like in the scene in the mall, half the mall is attacking the girls, and the other half the mall, the people are just standing and doing nothing. Also, if the scene where Aga comes back to the person's house after getting impregnated by to the guy's house, there are posters on his walls saying how nationalism is dangerous, Muslims the way forward. There's a poster showing the American flag and an Islamic flag attacking each other. The question is the iconography. While we understand that the message, maybe that's not your intent, but it's the iconography that stays with people long after they watch the film, because images are sometimes a bit more powerful than words. So isn't this iconography painting an entire community in a very negative light when not even one redeeming person is shown from that community?
As you started your talk by saying that you understood that this film is not about any religion, not Hindu, not Muslim, not Christian, anybody. It is about three girls who represents the sufferings of thousands of girls, which already I think convincingly they said, and if you have any other question, you can ask them. Now coming to the iconography and the characterization, we were not here to do the balance act, that thoda Hindu ko अच्छे दिखा दे, thoda Musalmanों को अच्छे दिखा दे. This was not our film. We wanted to tell the story the way it happens. Each and every word being spoken, each and every visual being shown is correct, and how far it is correct you can cross check with them. Number two. Number three, our film is on terrorism. Now, the sinister plan of terrorism is been hatched against the world. Not only India, Europe is suffering, America is suffering, Australia is suffering. Now, in other countries, they have separated the terror network. When it comes to their state, the opposition and the party in power are together. Terrorism is on the one side. But unfortunately, in my country, that if been said that terrorism has no religion, but when it comes to Kerala, when we are started talking about terrorism, immediately people started talking about the religion. I think you know that the terrorists, how they misuse religion. In the name of Islam, the way Islam is being every day been smashed in Syria, Yemen, I don't think you need the example from Kerala to understand that how Islam is being misused in the world. So I think we have done the service to the religion, Islamic religion, to tell people that your religion is being misused. So you be concerned, and you will be asked, you will be surprised to know we are getting mails and messages. You can see it in the public, Instagram and Twitter. In the messages, the people who are abusing from the day our trailer was being released till the film is released. In these 10 days, we were flooded by abusive messages. One girl from Kerala, 21 years old girl, wrote, "Sorry bhaiya," that was her language. "Sorry bhaiya, I have abused you last 10 days to defame my religion. After watching the film, we realized that you have done the service to the nation." And every patriotic Indian, you can go and check, I did not delete. Patriotic Indian should see the film to know that how danger we are in. So I think this iconography that is democracy does not work, or whatever you have seen in the set, it is deliberately used. The radicalization of Kerala men are reached to that dangerous level. Few days back a video came, a small 9-year-old boy sitting on the shoulder of his father was shouting the death for the Hindus and Christians. So this radicalization in Kerala has reached to that level. So I think without taking any name of any religion, we have done the service to the nation and for all these girls.
I take your concern, but I would have felt more comfortable if we would have spoken about the pain of the girls. You are worried about some iconography. You're not worried about these girls getting in such a bad trap. And that's your first question. So that's the most important thing that you felt. I feel we are doing disservice to these girls and every victim by focusing on that side rather than focusing on the girls.
Vipul, hi, this is Upala here for midday. Hi, hi Shadipta. Wonderful film. Vipul, my question is, I've seen Human. I think that was a great web series which opened up a lot of issues in the medical world. And today you are also, you've made it the Kerala Files, which has exposed issues of society, the ills of society. So as a filmmaker, you're taking great steps towards not commercial success only, but also creating social awareness. When you embark on your projects today, is there a conscious thought in you today to do something, not just money making, but also doing such projects which will create more awareness? Like they said, after the movie, they got calls from everywhere. As a filmmaker, do you feel that conscious thought in your head?
I think what is very important is when Sudipto Dada came to me and narrated me this script, I felt it was my duty to make this film. More than anything else, I felt compelled. I felt that if we are not going to tackle these subjects, and we knew the challenges, we knew it's going to be difficult, we knew on that day when we started that we will be labeled a propaganda film, we will be told people with agenda. We knew every criticism that was going to come our way. But that should not deter us from doing something which is so humane and so right. And that's why when somebody asks certain question, he or me, we get a little bit emotional, because at this point of time we should really talk about what is happening, these girls, their lives. That should be our priority, that should be our concern. We get emotional because we feel why we are not able to look at their pain, why we are not able to look at what they are going through, why the country needs to be woken up. And after this film also, we still need to be woken up. It makes us really emotionally angry sometimes. But that's the reason why I made the film. And I'm very, very proud that we all these girls are brave girls. They all knew what they were getting into. We all knew we were going to be labeled a lot. And yet we all have done it with all our intensity, with all our integrity and with truth. And that's what matters at the end of the day for all of us. So today we are in a very happy state that at least the nation is talking about this subject, this topic. Forget about Kerala's story. It will come, it will go. This topic should not go. This topic should remain in the center of the nation's conversation. That is important.
Hi.
Sorry? Sir, you said again and again. मैं आपको एक सिंपल बात कहता हूँ, शोले में गब्बर सिंह विलन है ना, तो सिंह कम्युनिटी के अगेंस्ट तो नहीं है रमेश सिप्पी साहब। हर फिल्म कुछ बुरे लोगों की बात करती है, और जब कोई भी फिल्म कुछ बुरे लोगों की बात करती है तो हम हर वक्त तो उसे किसी रिलीजन से नहीं जोड़ देते। सिंघम 2 में तो एक प्रीस्ट है विलन, तो क्या हिंदू सारे संत समाज को विलन कहने की कोशिश की गई है? बिल्कुल नहीं, वो एक कैरेक्टर है। हमारी फिल्म में कुछ कैरेक्टर हैं जो टेररिस्ट हैं, तो क्यों हम ये, जब हमने सिंघम 2 के वक्त या शोले के वक्त ऐसे सवाल नहीं उठाए कि आप तो देखिए हिंदुओं को टारगेट कर रहे हैं, तो आज क्यों ये सवाल उठा रहे हैं? आज हम ये क्यों नहीं कह रहे हैं कि ये फिल्म टेररिस्टों के अगेंस्ट है? तो लेट अस अपलॉड द फिल्म रादर देन ट्राइंग टू फाइंड समथिंग टू से कि समहाउ ये फिल्म किसी और एक इशारा कर रही है। क्योंकि हमने बनाते वक्त बहुत केयर रखी है कि हम किसी भी धर्म, किसी भी कम्युनिटी, किसी के भी अगेंस्ट नहीं है। हम सिर्फ और सिर्फ उन परपेट्रेटर्स के अगेंस्ट हैं और उन्हीं को हमने दिखाया है। That is what this film is about. This film is about these girls. This film is about those 3 girls whose lives were destroyed. उनकी जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गई. ये उनके लिए है. बाकी सब हमारे अपने तरीके हैं ना अग्री करने के. दैट्स मोस्ट वेलकम इन डेमोक्रेसी. एवरीबडी हैज अ राइट टू डिसअग्री. बट सवाल क्या है कि हम कभी ये सवाल नहीं उठाते ना. किसी और फिल्म में आपने ये सवाल उठाया. हर फिल्म का विलन किसी ना किसी रिलीजन से तो बिलोंग करता ही है. ऐसा तो कोई विलन नहीं होगा ना जो किसी रिलीजन से बिलोंग नहीं करता. आपने कितनी बार ये सवाल उठाए हैं, लेकिन आज ये सवाल क्यों उठा रहे हैं? हम लड़कियों की ओर क्यों नहीं देख रहे हैं? दैट इज अ बिगर क्वेश्चन जो हम सबको जवाब देना चाहिए.
हाय विपुल, किरण जैन दिस साइड. हाय फ्रॉम दैनिक भास्कर. फिल्म की कहानी अच्छी लगी, सबको फिल्म अच्छी लगी. मेरा सवाल ये है कि ये फिल्म की कहानी ज़्यादातर ISIS और टेररिज्म पर है. आज जब आपने ये जो एक्टिविटी रखी है, इनसे हमें इंट्रोड्यूस कराया है, आपने उन लोगों को सामने क्यों नहीं लाया या ला नहीं सकते या ला नहीं पाए हैं जो एक्चुअली ISIS और टेररिज्म का शिकार हो चुकी है इसमें?
उसमें ऐसा है कि हम उन तक पहुंच नहीं सकते. जिस लड़की की कहानी शालिनी, वो अफगानिस्तान की जेल में है और नीमा का टेस्टिमोनी हमने फिल्म के एंड में रखा है. गीतांजलि के माँ बाप का टेस्टिमोनियल भी हमने रखा है. लेकिन वो लड़कियां जो कहीं चली गई हैं, उन तक पहुंचना हमारी रीच के बाहर है.
उनकी
मैं एक पॉइंट ऐड करूं. हमारी उद्देश्य ये नहीं था कि कोई एक एग्जीबिशन करके लड़कियों को दिखाने की कोई इरादा नहीं था. यहाँ पे कुछ ह्यूमैनिटेरियन कहानी बोलने की कोशिश की. गीतांजलि की जो माँ बाप की जो आपने फिल्म की एंड में देखे हैं, वो माँ बाप भी आना चाहते थे हमें सपोर्ट करने के लिए. लेकिन वो लोग ऐसे दूरी में रहते हैं, उनको इधर आने में 3 दिन लग जाएगा क्योंकि नियरेस्ट शहर से भी वो लोग बहुत दूर रहते हैं. बात ये है कितने लोग, हमने कहीं नहीं बोला कि 50,000 लड़की 70,000 लड़के आईसीस में चले गए. उसके लिए आज भी हम क्या बोलेंगे, अलग अलग दुनिया की जगह से पेपर भेज रहे हैं, प्रूफ. आज भी एक प्रूफ आया कि 42,000 लड़कियों को आईसीस ने इम्प्रेग्नेंट की है. आज आए हैं, मतलब पायनियर न्यूयॉर्क करके कोई मैगजीन से. सो बात ये नहीं है कि हमने कोई सेलिब्रेशन करना था, कोई शो एग्जीबिशन करना था. हमें 3 प्यारी बच्ची की कहानी बोलना था और वो कहानी हमने बोले और उस कहानी के थ्रू एक बहुत बड़ा इशू को हम टारगेट की. ये श्रुति अगर अभी बोलना शुरू करेगी ना, रात हो जाएगा, आप सुन नहीं पाएंगे, सिर्फ आंसू बचेगा, एनर्जी खत्म हो जाएगा, सब हो जाएगा. अगर श्रुति आपने कहानी बोले, अगर अतीरा आपने कहानी बोले, चित्रा आपने कहानी बोले, तो बात यह है, मुझे दुख इस बात की हुई, हमारी देश में आज भी अगर गरीब को रोटी देने की बात करें ना, तो कोई सवाल उठाएगा, इसका कोई जरूर कोई उद्देश्य है कि गरीब को रोटी दे रहा है. पॉलिटिक्स ने बहुत बुरे कर दिए हमारे मन को. इन तीनों बच्ची की जो हमारी फिल्म में थी और यहाँ पे जो 26 लड़की बैठी है, इनकी दर्द किसी को नजर नहीं आते हैं, यानी कि हमारी पॉलिटिकल मंशा मन में आता है, which really pained us.
Hi, this is Mohan from the Times of India. I'd like to know about these 7,000 women that the ashram is saying that they've de-brainwashed or de-indoctrinated. How do you determine that they were doing something which is anti-national or anti-human? Are there any police records? How do you determine and how do you find these girls? Secondly, Kerala is also reputed as one of the most religiously diverse states. So when you're doing something like this, how do you ensure that it's not leading to some sort of vigilantism?
That was a good question. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I'm Mohua from the Times of India.
Okay, that was a good question, Mohua ji. So, if we have to talk about the 7,000 people that we have brought back, it's first of all not just women. It's both men and women whom we have brought back. And they were identified not through records, they were identified by their patterns of, they had been so radicalized or they were so brainwashed into a different ideology or state of mind due to a certain particular ideology
that their pattern of interactions with their family, pattern of interactions with their closed ones had changed so much that they had become averse to their own families. They wanted to leave their families, they wanted to disassociate from their friends and near and dear ones, and wanted to they were inclined or sympathizing with the anti-national, anti-human trend, which is what the parents or their close relatives noticed, and that was when they intervened and they brought them to Asha Vidya Samajam, where we were able to debate with them based on we were able to give them counseling, intellectual, ideological counseling, and bring them back. So if you ask for records, 7,000 people we have the data, but then there is no evidence otherwise, because these people who have come back or have been affected, they don't speak up about it, or their families don't want to reveal their identities because of the political scenario or because of the concern for the safety of their lives. People don't come out and speak about it. That's the reason there's no evidence. Like Nima Matthews' character depicts in the movie, and the policeman is asking for proof. Where is the proof? So this is why we don't have proof. People don't come up and talk about it. That's it.
Also about the vigilantism bit.
About the diversity of the state, the film actually wants to maintain the diversity and just want to expose the bad apples. So if exposing terrorism is going to affect the diversity, if that's what your conclusion is, then I don't agree with it. I believe that when you expose the bad elements, the rest of the communities can come together and live better life together.
Hello sir, Steve. This is Vinamru from First Post. I had a question for Sudipto and Vipul. My question is, before you made the Kerala story, were you both aware about the atrocities that were being committed against these women? And secondly, Kerala has the highest literacy rate in India. So for the ISIS to be able to successfully brainwash as many as 32,000 women, was it an appalling figure for the two of you?
Do I need to tell you about 32,000? Already we discussed. I think you heard the answer, right? नहीं, अभी मैं आपको बता दूं, ये जो एनालॉजी है ना, the 32,000, I mean केरला का हाईएस्ट लिटरेसी रेट है, तो इसमें केरल में इस तरह की इंसिडेंट्स कैसे हो सकता है? केरल में ना दो केरला एग्जिस्ट करता है. मतलब मुझे बोलने में कोई बुरा नहीं लगेगा. हमारी रिलीज की दूसरे दिन एक कोई जर्नलिस्ट लड़की ने मुझे फोन की थी कि मेरी इंटरव्यू लेना चाहते हैं. मैंने बोला था आप अगर केरला जाएंगे और जहां से श्रुति आती है ना उसकी गांव में आएंगे, जहां से चित्रा आती है उसकी जगह जाएंगे, जहां से ये कन्वर्शन की इतना बड़ा रैकेट चलता है वहां पे जाएंगे, तो मैं आपकी इंटरव्यू दूंगा. ट्रस्ट मी, वो लड़की नेक्स्ट डे केरला गई, इन सबसे मिली, कसरगोड, कोयिकोड, ये सब जगह पे अकेली घूमी और वहां से रिपोर्ट लेके आए. वो उस कन्वर्शन सेंटर में गए जहां पे इन लोगों को कन्वर्ट किया गया था. तो मेरी कहने का मतलब है केरला दो एग्जिस्ट करता है. एक केरला जो पिक्चर पोस्टकार्ड जैसे हैं, बैक वाटर, खूबसूरत लैंडस्केप, कलरीपट्टू, डांस, मार्शल आर्ट, हाथी, क्या नहीं, नौ मतलब सब कुछ दिखता है जो दुनिया भर में जानते हैं. और एक केरला जो बसता है ना, जो नॉर्थर्न पार्ट ऑफ केरला है, मल्लापुरम, कासरगोड, कोयिकोड, जो साउथ कर्नाटका की मैंगलोर के साथ जुड़ते हैं, इंक्लूडिंग मैंगलोर. ये एक टेरर नेटवर्क की हब है. यहाँ से जितनी कहानियां आपको सुनेंगे, जितना जानने का पाएंगे, ये तब आपको पता चलेगा कि हाईएस्ट लिटरेसी रेट इन द ह्यूमन इंडेक्स, द वुमेन हेल्थ, चाइल्ड हेल्थ की टॉप में रहने वाले एक स्टेट में अंडर द कारपेट क्या हुए जा रहा है. और इसके लिए हमारे साथ बहस की जगह अगर हम आपकी मन में एक्चुअली ऑर्गेनिकली क्वेश्चन पैदा किए, जस्ट नॉट टू डाउन अस, नॉट टू रिडिक्यूल अस, बीइंग अ जर्नलिस्ट, इफ एनीथिंग हैज कम टू योर माइंड, गो टू केरला, गो टू कासरगोड, गो टू कोयिकोड, वहां से रिपोर्ट करिए तो पता चलेगा कि इस कहानी की सच्चाई कहाँ छुपी हुई है।
एक और आपको बात मैं बताना चाहता हूं, CNN इंटरनेशनल की एक डॉक्यूमेंट्री है जहां पे केरल के कुछ गांव में शरिया लॉ एग्जिस्ट करता है, उसकी पूरी डॉक्यूमेंट्री है, आपको वो डॉक्यूमेंट्री जरूर देखनी चाहिए। और ये वो पढ़े लिखे 100% लिटरेसी रेट वाले स्टेट की हम बात कर रहे हैं जहां पे गांव के गांव शरिया लॉ से चलते हैं। और CNN के उन जर्नलिस्टों को कितना ऑपोजिशन उस गांव में, वो सब डॉक्यूमेंट्री में उन्होंने दिखाया है। तो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ मटेरियल आउट देयर, हमसे देखना नहीं चाह रहे हैं। ट्रस्ट मी, इस फिल्म को बनाने से पहले मुझे भी बहुत कुछ नहीं पता था। अब मैं कुछ थोड़ा बहुत ज्यादा जानता हूं, इसलिए मैं कॉन्फिडेंस से कह सकता हूं क्योंकि मैंने बहुत कुछ देखा, मैंने बहुत कुछ एक्सपीरियंस किया। यू वांटेड टू ऐड टू दैट, प्लीज।
Hello. Yeah, there is definitely documentation in terms of people who, there are about cases who have gone from Kerala, joined the IS. The most recent is that of a news disclosed by the Chief Minister of Kerala, Shri Pinarayi Vijayan himself. It was about Praju who converted as Muhammad Amin. This is a news from Balusheri. I am just quoting the news. Praju's wife, a native of Balusheri, learnt about the whereabouts of her husband who fled 8 years ago after Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's statement in a press conference. Pinarayi Vijayan, who was speaking in the context of narcotic jihad, had revealed that Praju, a resident of Turutiyad, Balusheri, was included in the list of Malayalis who joined the IS. Praju, Muhammad Amin, who is also accused in the Kinalur Mangayam Amina Umma murder case, fled the country after causing a huge financial burden on his wife and family. The wife says that it is no surprise that he has joined a terrorist organization because he would do anything for money. He has married 4 times. Praju converted to Islam 3 years before marrying her. The young woman revealed that the man who had strong religious beliefs had forced her, a Sunni believer, to be radical in her beliefs and told her that if she did so, she would get money as she wished. In 2009, Amina Umma, an elderly woman, was murdered by living alone in her house in Mangayam, Variyamala. Due to lack of evidence, the court acquitted Praju and another accused, that is in the murder case, due to lack of evidence. This was mentioned by the Chief Minister of Kerala himself. We have different cases, recorded evidence which was reported in news itself of different people who converted or got radicalized, or people who belong to a certain community or region themselves who got radicalized and joined terrorist organization. No, not just IS but other terrorist organizations also. Not just that, there is recordical evidence of cases of love jihad in which the girl was found dead, girl or girls were found dead in suspicious situations.